Hello and welcome to another episode of News Connect on City TV. We're taking a look at the textile industry from a producer's point of view, what issues they may have and what can be done to resolve them. My name is Melissa Awad for News Connect on City TV. Stay tuned.
There are two basic challenges we face. One is that of piracy, and two, that of smuggling of the pirated goods into the marketplace. These two basic challenges, it's really, those are the main challenges we face. We are essentially in the business of selling colors and designs. So anytime anybody picks your designs, like what I'm wearing, and manages to print it outside and smuggle them in, not paying the new taxes, and brings them in and sell on the same market at much lower prices, obviously that's a big challenge for us. Because for the consumer, when he goes out there, he sees those two products, yours versus that of the pirated one. Yours is going for like twice the price of the pirated one. The natural economic human being will go for the lower priced one. And so that is the challenge we face. And these are challenges that sometimes go beyond us. Yeah.
So please explain to us how damaging it actually is to the company and to production itself when you're faced with piracy.
All right. As I said, we are into the business of selling colors and designs. Unlike services where it's difficult to imitate or to counterfeit. In this case, it's physical product. So if you go into the shop and you find same product, similarly, on the surface they look similar, and one is going at much higher price, the natural thing is for you to go for the lower price one. So that's the challenge we face, in that these counterfeiters pick our designs, the fast-moving ones, and then they send them out. They are able to produce them at much lower prices, mostly in China. And then they bring these goods in, smuggle them into the country. They do not pay the necessary taxes, the import duty, the VAT, and all the other taxes that go with import goods. They are able to bring these goods in and sell at much lower prices. And so that is what we are faced with. They are competing with us. And so we believe we have a very unfair grounds upon which we are competing. It makes us difficult to compete. Bear in mind, we operate in an environment where cost of production is very high. Interest rate is high, energy cost is high, water bills is high, labor cost is high, apart from the fact that we are not as productive as we should be. So when you combine all these internal factors or local factors to the fact that these people smuggle the goods in, it makes us very uncompetitive. And so that is where we have a challenge. So because of that, our goods are not patronized as they should. And that is where we have a real challenge.
When the task force is given the mandate to visit the market and do the monitoring, it is going to help us to be able to identify the piracy and the fake products that are in the market and be able to conscientize them. Even though the minister is saying now he's not going to allow for arrest yet, but we'll be able to conscientize them and prove to them that these products are not coming from locally manufactured textile industries, and for that matter it is not the design that is accepted for people to print. We always say that if we go to the borders like the deputy minister was saying, we wouldn't have much enough personnel to be able to police the whole border. But when we're able to go to the markets, we'll be able to fish out from the depots and the shops and then come out to the products that are not helping us. And in so doing, we scare the market women off buying this pirated cloth and then this inferior cloth, and then we'll get our product into the market for sales. Yeah.
Do you think we as Ghanaians know the severity of the consequences of piracy, of the materials? Do you think we understand that it is a big deal and that it is costing the textile industry?
Sure, they do. Much communication has gone on over the period, and then education is also going on. But ordinary Ghanaian men do not understand it the way we do, because they go to the market, they see any cloth as cloth, and they are also looking at their pockets, whether they can buy or not. So they don't necessarily see the effect that comes on the textile industry. That is why we are out there to tell them that these are some of the effects, because you are taking your children to school hoping that they will get the industries to work, and by the time your child finish and then the industry has collapsed, where is your child going to work? So it has a ripple effect on us, upon even the economy as a large, because if we allow this pirated cloth and inferior cloth to come into the system, basically we are telling them that we should stop producing, we should stop selling, and for those who are importing to make money, and we are killing the industry. So this is a campaign we all have to push across. That is why anytime the media guys go to the media, they give an example and try to explain how they can identify the pirated cloth or the inferior cloth from the original. As GTP, we have a label, a sticker that if you scratch, it will tell you which cloth is authentic, whether it's GTP or not. These are all processes that we are using to conscientize or educate the public that these things are not well, if we continue to entertain this pirated cloth and then the inferior cloth that are being brought into the country.
Okay, then let me end with you. So let's go back quickly to the tax force. Will we see, once it is implemented correctly, will we see do you think that it will affect sales as far as the market, as far as overall production from start to finish? Is that something that you're hoping for, or do you believe it will happen?
Yes, it will happen when the task force starts going to the market. Okay, it's going to positively affect the market, in the sense that those who pirate this product, what they do, the pirated product, what they do is they take out the space for the local products to sell. So once they are being taken out of the market, there's that enough space and that's enough customers for them to buy from our original products. So when they go to the market and start monitoring the market, making sure pirated products are not on the market, obviously there's going to be that uprise in sales for the local manufacturers.
So what can be done to curb or eliminate that, and who do you believe is responsible for assisting you with this?
Okay, I think what can be done is number one, enforcement of our rules governing importation of goods into this country. The Ministry of Trade and Industry has set up a vetting committee, a legally mandated committee set up to ensure that all imported textiles go through this vetting committee. Unfortunately, this vetting committee is just on paper. It does not work. If only we can enforce that rule to ensure that anybody who imports textile into this country goes through the legally mandated body, which sits with the Ghana Standards Authority. To a very large extent, the whole issue about piracy will be limited. Because what this vetting committee does is that any importer, when you send it there, we have reps of the various local manufacturers on this committee to ensure that whatever designs you want to import is none of, or is not a pirated one.
That's it for another episode of News Connect.